Welcome everyone. It is April 30th, 2024. Tomorrow is the beginning of Fed rate decisions. So today or tomorrow, I probably don't expect the stock market to do very well. But there are always opportunities, and every single day there is something that goes up or an opportunity for a swing trade to enter into or for long term and so on. In this video, guys, I'm going to show you one stock that has been doing phenomenal so far, right? Phenomenal, amazing, just amazing. Does it have more upside? We'll see. It's hard to tell because this company, we'll talk about it. So it's one that is exploding like crazy, and then I'm going to give you a second stock that I believe will do very well going forward towards their next earnings, which will be in July, right? So the second stock is more of a sure thing that I can sort of see going forward, and then the first stock is more of a huge pump. Who knows where it would lead? So the huge pump, where will it lead? Let's look at that. AGBA is the ticker symbol, right? So AGBA Acquisition Limited, you know them because they're going to merge together with Travelzoo, the you can say a TikTok rival, but not rival. You can't use the word rival because they're so tiny compared to TikTok. Extremely tiny in the revenue and everything. But the stock right now, guys, is at $3.96, exploding 68% today. Now imagine if you could have gotten into this at 80 cents. If you had seen somebody, me, let's say for example, saying that it is a buy at 80 cents, right? And if you held, which two of my Discord members are still holding, the gains are insane. I mean, if you've been holding from 80 cents until now $3.96, this is by far the greatest trade you've made in 2024. Back on April 18, 2024, this is embarrassing, but oh well. I mean, it was profitable, but it's embarrassing. All right, so I said I'm gonna buy AGBA, guys, at $1.17. I ended up selling it after I told them minutes later that I'm gonna sell it at $1.21 for just $40 profit. How stupid is that? But that's okay, because on the same day later, 2 hours later, AGBA had fallen to 80 cents. So I was feeling smart. I was like, yeah, now it fell 80 cents. I'll get in. And I got in because the volume was huge. So I got in with a big amount at 80 cents, which I had pre-announced to everybody that I'll get in at 80 cents. I'll sell at 90 cents. I said that before it even hit 80 cents, right? So as it was falling from the first time I got in at 117, 121, and as it was falling, I said, guys, I'm going to get in at 80 cents. I'm going to sell at 90 cents. Now, 10 cents may not sound a lot as a gain, but if you put a lot of money, 10 cents is a good gain. And I was very happy, and I got out at 90 cents. But when I look at it now, if I just held all my shares at 80 cents when I got in to $3.96 now, you know, could have bought a yacht, let's say.
Beginning to think those vodka cranberries may have had alcohol in them.
You know, it hurts. It hurts. I can't say it doesn't hurt. It does hurt to remember this trade. But does this have more potential? Yes, it does have more potential. Does it have risks along the way towards more potential? Yes. This is a company that, you know, is money losing big time. Travelzoo is losing money like crazy. At some point, they're going to do a public offering. They will, in my opinion. So that's that. The potential comes from, you know, the TikTok ban, right? So if and when it goes into effect, then this ticker will also go up. So will Snap, so will Pinterest, but depends on what you like, the lowest float or whatever. So that's basically it with AGBA. Before we move on to the next stock of this video, guys, if you want to join my Discord, my Patreon leads you to Discord. The link will be in the comment section below. Now, the second stock, guys, is Travelzoo. Ticker symbol TZOO. It's trading at $9.39. I have a personal, just my personal price target for this stock is to hit 12 bucks. I think it can go to 14, but I'm gonna be conservative, and I believe that by August at most, the latest of this year, it can go to 12 bucks. That's my price target. So I'm very bullish on TZOO, and I was actually very bullish on it in the past, guys, which was last year, January 5th, 2023. I said I really like TZOO at $4.90. Back then when it was $4.90. I then went on to tell my Discord members that I will put a limit order for TZOO at $4.80. And then I also talked about it 2 months later in the Discord saying, hey guys, look at that now, it's at $5.34. And you know, now it's at $9, but it can still go to $12. That's my price target. So Travelzoo, guys, announced today, this is another reason why I'm doing this video on the stock, and I'm mentioning it in this video, is because today, guys, in pre-market, Travelzoo announces up to 1 million share repurchase program, which may not sound a lot, but it's, you know, it's actually a nice amount. It's not, you know, when you look at their free float, this is a nice amount. It's not bad. So Travelzoo, who are they? Together with their subsidiaries, they operate as an internet media company that provides travel, entertainment, and local experiences worldwide. It operates in 4 segments: Travelzoo North America, Europe, and so on. The company offers Travelzoo website, top 20 email newsletters, standalone email newsletters, the Travelzoo network, and a bunch of other things. In their previous earnings, guys, Travelzoo sees Q2 revenue up year over year, which is basically, when we say Q2 revenue, we're talking about the earnings that are coming up in July. So they see those being up year over year. The company said that for Q2, for the next earnings, we expect continued growth in revenue year over year. They also said that we expect for Q2 2024 high profitability year over year. So keep that in mind, guys. I like that profitability, that they expect to see, you know, profitability and higher profitability and so on year over year in the next earnings. The revenue will be up in the next earnings. They're saying that already. And they're also moving into a paid subscription plan, and we'll see how that works out. So that's something to look for, but in 2025. But so far, the company is pointing in the right direction for the next earnings. So I like that. And they're, you know, and they announced today also a 1 million share repurchase. Everything just seems to, you know, point in a very, very good positive direction. So I think that Travelzoo, like I said, can hit $12 by next earnings. If we look at the financial performance, guys, in 2023, Travelzoo's revenue was $84.4 million, which was an increase of 19.6% compared to that of the previous year, which was $70.6 million. Also, the earnings were $12.3 million, an increase of 86%. They used to have really good times back in 2017 to 2019, where their revenues surpassed each year over $100 million. Then the COVID pandemic came in 2020, destroyed them basically, as you know, obviously we would expect that. But the key thing is, guys, that we're looking at a company that is bouncing back each year with higher revenue, headed towards, guys, what? The $100 million that they used to make. And I think that Travelzoo can get to that. It's going to take some patience, 2025, 2026, right? But I think they can do it. And I think that, you know, now at $9, if we're looking 2 years later, and if things work out as management says they're trying and they wanted to, this could be actually, you know, a good entry for a 2-year play down the road or along the way, right? Here's more information on their finances. I selected a few things to highlight, such as the revenue for the past 6-7 years. As you can see here, like I said, up until 2019, they had over $100 million constantly, right? And then the pandemic right here hit, and they're still trying to recover, but they're getting close. 2023 was $84.4 million. The good thing is they're getting back. They're recovering over 15% on average of revenue year over year, so they're doing very well. Also, if we look at the total debt, guys, that has decreased also. They took on debt in 2020. Before that, it was literally zero. So they took on some debt in 2020, which was small at $18 million, but they're decreasing that, paying it off. The revenue's headed back to pre-pandemic levels slowly every year, right? The debt is getting paid off, and it's small, right? You know, $9 million total debt. So, and the total liabilities are also on the decline. If we look at the net income, that's on the positive side at $12.3 million. It has been increasing since 2021, and the free cash flow at $10.42 million positive. Based on what I'm seeing, the trends that I'm seeing for the past 3 years, at least after the pandemic, and what it's doing so far 3 years, I'm looking at a company that is headed back to what they used to be. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. I might be wrong. Don't trade according to my videos. They're not, you know, deep dives. This isn't a deep dive video anyways. You should still do your own due diligence. And wish you guys all the best. Take care.